Welcome to Celebrity Fact File. In today's video, we are going to unravel the incredible life of Sunita Williams, an American astronaut who has been stuck in space at the International Space Station for a journey from the onset that was supposed to last for 8 days that ended up taking her up to 9 months. We will also look at her amassed wealth from her career, an in-depth look into what led to her being stuck in the ISS for 9 months, her personal life, early life, education, and how her career path shaped into one of the best of what America has. Before we go any further, smash that subscription button so not to miss any of our content. Let's get down to business. With 9 spacewalks and a total time of 62 hours and 6 minutes, Indian-American astronaut Sunita Lynn Williams, the commander of the International Space Station and a former U.S. Navy officer, is among the most experienced spacewalkers and currently holds the 4th highest record for the number of hours spent on a spacewalk by a woman. Williams served on Expeditions 14 and 15 while stationed at the International Space Station. She led Expedition 33 after serving as a flight engineer on Expedition 32 in 2012. On the Boeing crew flight test, the first crewed flight of the Boeing Starliner, she returned to the ISS in 2024. Her return to Earth was postponed until March 18, 2025. After a 9-month deployment on the International Space Station, she and the other members of Crew 9 returned to Earth on March 18, 2025, successfully landing in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida. She has a total net worth of over $5 million and other valuable assets. Let's begin with what went wrong and led to the most grueling 9-month space stay. Reason for overstay. Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, originally scheduled for an 8-day mission, faced an extended stay due to problems with the Boeing Starliner's propulsion system. NASA deemed the spacecraft unsafe, leading to a delay of over 9 months, extending their mission to 286 days. Sunita Williams, an American astronaut with a distinguished career, and her colleague Butch Wilmore found themselves in an unexpected situation during their mission to the International Space Station, ISS. Their journey, initially planned as an 8-day test flight aboard Boeing's Starliner spacecraft launched on June 5, 2024, extended dramatically to over 9 months, concluding with their return on March 18, 2025. This extended stay, lasting 286 days, was primarily due to technical issues with the Starliner's propulsion system. Launched for its first crewed flight, the spacecraft encountered problems that prevented it from safely bringing the astronauts back, a decision supported by NASA's assessment. This technical difficulty is highlighted in multiple sources, including a detailed NASA profile and news articles from Hindustan Times, which noted the spacecraft was ruled out as their ride home due to safety concerns. Their rescue was orchestrated through a contingency plan involving SpaceX, led by Elon Musk's company. On March 18, 2025, they undocked from the ISS aboard a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft as part of NASA's Crew 9 mission. The return journey involved the Dragon capsule jettisoning its trunk, performing a deorbit burn, and deploying parachutes to endure re-entry temperatures of around 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 1,650 degrees Celsius, before splashing down off the Florida coast near Tallahassee at 3:27 a.m. IST. Recovery teams were on hand post-splashdown to retrieve the astronauts, who then began a 45-day NASA post-mission rehabilitation program to recover from the effects of spaceflight, as noted in the Hindustan Times coverage. This situation also saw some controversy, with political accusations from figures like Donald Trump and Elon Musk on February 18, 2025, claiming delays were politically motivated by Joe Biden, though no evidence was provided for these claims, adding a layer of complexity to the narrative. Despite this, the focus remained on the technical rescue efforts, with SpaceX's reliable Dragon capsule proving crucial, highlighting ongoing challenges with the Starliner program compared to SpaceX's established success. The extended mission added to Williams' impressive record, logging 608 days in space over her 3 flights, and included additional crew members Nick Hague and Alexander Gorbanov for the return journey, ensuring a smooth transition. This unexpected detail of their prolonged stay not only tested their resilience but also underscored the collaborative efforts between NASA and private entities like SpaceX in managing space missions. Rescue method. They were rescued and returned to Earth aboard a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft, which undocked from the ISS and splashed down off the Florida coast near Tallahassee. Early life and education. Although Williams' hometown is in Needham, Massachusetts, she was born in Euclid, Ohio. Her mother, Ursuline Bonnie Pandya, was Slovene-American, and her father, Deepak Pandya, was an Indian-American neuroanatomist from Gujarat's Mehsana area. Her parents lived in Massachusetts' Falmouth. Out of the 3 children, she is the youngest. Her sister, Dina Anad, is 3 years older than her brother, Jay Thomas, who is 4 years older. Williams's mother's family is Slovene, but her father's line is from Jalasan, India. In honor of her Indian and Slovenian ancestry, Williams has flown the Slovenian flag, a samosa, and a carniolan sausage into space. In Slovenia, she goes by Sanka, while in the US, she goes by Suni. In 1983, Williams receives high school diploma from Needham. She graduated from the United States Naval Academy in 1987 with a Bachelor of Science in Physical Science and Florida Institute of Technology in 1995 with a Master of Science in Engineering Management. Personal life. Both Williams and her husband, Michael J. Williams, a Texas federal marshal, flew helicopters in their early careers and have been married for almost 20 years. They live in the Houston, Texas, suburbs. On November 12, 2010, she appeared alongside her pet Jack Russell Terrier, Gorby, on the National Geographic Channel's Dog Whisperer television program. Williams is a Hindu. She brought a copy of the Bhagavad Gita to the International Space Station in December 2006. In July 2012, she took a copy of the Upanishads and the Om sign. Williams traveled to Jalasan, her family hamlet, and the Sabarmati Ashram in September 2007. She became the first person of Indian heritage who was not an Indian citizen to receive the World Gujarati Society's Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Vishwa Pratibha Award. After giving a speech at the American Embassy School on October 4, 2007, Williams met with Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. Williams has also made many trips to Slovenia. She was given a memorial chamber in Lace, Tržič, northwest Slovenia, in 2009 by the Slovenian Astronaut Club. Her great-grandmother, Maria Bohinjek, was born in Lace in 1891 and came to the United States when she was 11 years old in 1900 or 1901. Williams received a Medal of Distinction in May 2013 from former Slovenian President Borut Pahor in recognition of her efforts to promote science and technology among young Slovenians. In October 2014, she visited the Astronomical Society Vega in Ljubljana when she was there. In 2016, she returned to Slovenia. Professional career. The U.S. Navy commissioned Williams as an ensign in May 1987. She was assigned to the Naval Coastal System Command for 6 months before being promoted to Basic Diving Officer. After that, she moved to the Naval Air Training Command, where in July 1989 she received her Naval Aviator designation. She was assigned to Helicopter Combat Support Squadron 8, HC-8, in Norfolk, Virginia, after completing her initial H-46C night training with Helicopter Combat Support Squadron 3, HC-3. She deployed overseas with HC-8 to the Persian Gulf, Red Sea, and Mediterranean for Operation Desert Shield and Operation Provide Comfort. She was the officer in charge of an H-46 detachment on board the USS Sylvania that was deployed to Miami, Florida, in September 1992 to assist with Hurricane Andrew relief efforts. Williams started training at the U.S. Naval Test Pilot School in January 1993. After graduating in December, she was transferred to the Rotary Wing Aircraft Test Directorate, where she worked as a V-22 pursuit pilot in the T-2 and an H-46 project officer. Career in NASA. In August 1998, Williams started training to become an astronaut at the Johnson Space Center. STS-116 mission specialist astronaut Sunita L. Williams takes part in the third scheduled extravehicular activity, EV, session during the mission. Williams joined the Expedition 14 crew on December 9, 2006, when he was launched onboard Space Shuttle Discovery to the International Space Station, ISS, with STS-116. The Russian crew members switched to Expedition 15 in April of 2007. It was on the 8th day of the STS-116 mission when Williams did her first extravehicular activity. She and Michael Lopez Alegria performed 3 spacewalks from the ISS on January 31st, February 4th, and February 9, 2007. Before Williams could respond, a camera during one of these trips flew out into space after being unhinged, most likely due to a malfunctioning attachment mechanism. Williams completed 3 spacewalks in 9 days, spending 6 hours and 40 minutes outside the station on the 3rd spacewalk. She broke Catherine C. Thornton's record for the longest spacewalk by a woman in 2007 with 4 spacewalks totaling 29 hours and 17 minutes. Peggy Whitson overtook Williams on December 18, 2007, during Expedition 16's 4th spacewalk, with a total EVA length of 32 hours and 36 minutes. NASA decided to return Williams to Earth on the STS-117 mission on board Atlantis on April 26, 2007. She broke the record for the longest single spaceflight by a woman, although she did not break the U.S. single spaceflight record, which was previously achieved by Lopez Alegria. After the STS-117 mission on June 22, 2007, Williams, a mission specialist, returned to Earth. Mission management had to postpone 3 landing attempts at the Kennedy Space Center at Cape Canaveral over a day due to bad weather. After 192 days in orbit, they finally redirected Atlantis to Edwards Air Force Base in California, where the shuttle landed at 3:49 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, bringing Williams home. On July 15, 2012, Williams was launched as a member of Expedition 3233 from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. On July 17, 2012, her Russian spacecraft, Soyuz TM-05M, docked with the ISS for a 4-month orbital mission. As the ISS passed over Kazakhstan at a height of 252 miles, the Soyuz spacecraft docked at 4:51 Greenwich Mean Time. At 7:23 Greenwich Mean Time, the hatchway between the ISS and the Soyuz spacecraft was opened, and Williams floated into the ISS to start her work as an Expedition 32 crew member. Commercial Crew Program. Williams, the pilot of Starliner, became the first woman to fly on a flight test of an orbital spacecraft on June 5, 2024, when the mission was supposed to last 8 days, but due to issues with Boeing's Starliner service module, NASA left Williams and Wilmore aboard the ISS for 8 months. Both returned on SpaceX Crew 9 on March 18, 2025. Crew 9 was launched in September 2024, with 2 seats left empty to accommodate Williams and Wilmore's return. Before the mission, Williams was not among the top 50 astronauts in terms of time in space, but on August 24, 2024, she became among the top 30, and when she returns in 2025, she is expected to rank among the top 12 in terms of time in space duration. For the second time in her career, Williams assumed command of the ISS in September 2024. At a ceremony on March 7, 2025, Roscosmos astronaut Alexei Ovchinin took over the space station's command from Williams. Spacewalks. As of January 2025, Sunita Williams was the 4th most experienced spacewalker overall and the top female spacewalker with 9 spacewalks totaling 62 hours and 6 minutes. That's it for now about Sunita Williams. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Give us a like for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe and don't forget to share with your family and friends.